Hey guys, and welcome back to the Kush Vibes podcast. Glad that you guys joined us again. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. We want to get information to as many people as we can and really just educate the world on the benefits of CBD as well as cannabis and just the whole chalupa. So, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about some amazing things. Really, one thing that we have been working on crazy hard was the Bossier location. So, we are bringing Kush Vibes to Bossier, which I am super excited about. Me, my wife, we have been working crazy hard. I mean, scrubbing floors, painting, nailing signs up. I mean, doing things I never thought I could do. It has been crazy. So make sure to stop by that location. We are opening March 19th, Flower Friday. It is going to be ridiculous. So we'll be having Flower Friday in Ruston as well as in Bossier. So the store location to that store, the store location of that store, that sounds crazy. The location to that store is going to be 2951 East Texas in Bossier, Louisiana. So look out for that. Make sure to come in, get the experience, bring a friend, make a friend, notify a friend, anything with a friend. Just bring somebody. I think it's going to be huge. We got a great selection. I mean, we have went above and beyond with just the quality of flour, concentrates, oils, keeps, topicals, pets, the whole nine. So I mean, it's gonna be something there for everybody. Ruston is it's the same level, so we didn't forget about you. That's our first love. So we're gonna keep it just a quality product and a quality store for you to come in and get things that you need and expose you to new things as well as new information. So make sure to look out for that. That is going to be really big. Also, make sure to let everybody know Flower Friday, 10% off for people in Bossier. They're new to it, so they don't know. That Flower Friday package is going to be huge. It allows you to try new things, get new experiences, and just experience new flower for a fraction of the price. So that is really huge. Make sure to pass the word and stop in on that date. When I was working on the Bossier store, we really started in Bossier because a lot of people travel from Shreveport, and it's people with illnesses and just things that the herb helps with. Let it be anxiety, let it be joint pain, back pain. I mean, those people are everywhere. And I mean, I never knew that we were going to reach so many people in so many different areas. I mean, we get people from Jonesboro, Shreveport, Bossier, coming up and down the highway, and we give them information that can help them in ways they never thought without opioids, without prescriptions. And I really take pride in that. And it's really a big thing. As we were working on the store, I was actually running up to Ruston to get something and help the girls out here. And then I was walking out the door and I heard a customer talking. And normally I do my story time on funny stuff or like my Delta 8 experience where I get trapped in the bathroom or something like that. But my story is going to be a little different today. So as I'm rushing and I'm going through my time capsule in my head to say, hey, what do I need to get done? What's my to-do list? How can I mention something before my wife so it sounds like my idea when we get to the store? Stuff like that. So as I'm walking through the store and I'm running in to grab something to come back, I hear a customer talking. And she's like, I'm in pain. I have fibromyalgia and I'm just inflamed and it is horrible. So I stopped what I'm doing and I'm like, I started this to reach people, understand people, and provide them solutions. And I'm like, I am rushing to get to another store so I can help another set of people, but I don't ever want to forget about who started with me. So I put my stuff down, I come out the back, and I stop and I just listen. So she's talking and she's telling me how she is a medical patient for marijuana in the state of Louisiana, but the things they're providing is just not doing it, and it's not a lot of variety. So we keep talking more, and she's telling me about how she has fibromyalgia and she is just in ridiculous pain. So we break out the pamphlets, the educational folders that we have, different stuff like that, and we go down a Rolodex. And I'm explaining to her the endocannabinoid system and receptors and neurological receptors and the CB1s and the CB2s. and how this compares to this, and how each cannabinoid fits in here, 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 and here within our biological engineering of the body. And she's like, man, Ray, nobody ever sat with me and explained this. When I go to the dispensaries here, the medical marijuana dispensaries, um, they treat me like I'm trying to scheme to get more product to just get high. And I hate to hear that, because as the cannabis industry flourishes and becomes larger and larger and reaches more lives, there is a dark side of it too, where when we have people in control that don't understand it, they make it difficult, and they turn it back into a dirty thing, as if you're doing something wrong. And this woman was in so much pain. So we ended up working with her and giving her some solutions to her problems, and letting her know why I was saying what she needed. So even if she goes somewhere else, she can explain and she can still be in control. She doesn't have to be at the what's the word of it? She doesn't have to be at the mercy of the medical doctor or the pharmacist who's giving her the prescription to see what mood they're in, and if they're going to help treat her for what she's dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So we ended up giving her um, a Hydro 1000 tincture, which was great because it's going to help with the CB2 receptors. And fibromyalgia is a nerve, kind of a nerve, not an illness, but a nerve syndrome, to where they have issues with the receptors passing messages from the brain back down to the nerve endings. So they can go into immediate pain at any time. Um, and that's something that can dramatically affect your life. We have people coming here all the time. And I even had one other lady say, I want to go on a trip, but I don't have my CBD oil, and this can dramatically affect my family's trip. So these people have to live around this day to day to day. So they shouldn't have to beg and kind of sell their story every time they go in to get treatment. So we ended up helping her out, letting her know that she does have a safe place to come to, where we're not giving her the side eye, where we're not treating her like she's trying to do some underhanded stuff every time she comes in. And I think that was so important, because that shows how powerful CBD is. And that kind of brings us to our topic today, where we're going to talk about the difference between CBD and also medical marijuana in the state of Louisiana. So I thought that was very important, because we're starting to get more people come in and say, hey, I have a medical card, but I like shopping here. I like coming in. And I often talk to those people because I love to hear what our clients are going through, or I like to hear their day-to-day life, so I can better help them and better recommend things that are going to be effective. That's the biggest thing, is being effective, because once again, you're helping these people with something they're dealing with from day to day to day. So I think that's very important. So we're going to jump right into it. So in the state of Louisiana, we have medical. We don't have medical cards, but we do have medical to where you can get a prescription. So a lot of that sometimes is you'll get a prescription, but it'll only be for like a short period, like a 30-day period. So you have to go to a doctor, see him, make sure that you qualify. You have to qualify for specific syndromes or illnesses. Then outside of that, the doctor will go ahead and write your prescription. They'll send it over to a dispensary, which is really kind of a pharmacy, almost in disguise a little bit. And then that pharmacist there will go ahead and fill that prescription. So a lot of times I'm noticing that people come in and they're getting like a 30 milligram tincture of THC. And if you break that down, guys, you got to know the science behind these things. With tinctures and oils, those are based off of body weight and mass. And it's a specific amount you're supposed to be taking to actually be effective. So they're giving a 30 milligram tincture, I believe, for like 30 days on some of these prescriptions. But when you do the math, that's only 0.30 of THC. And THC affects the CB1. It does have certain small effects in the CB2, but you have to use CBD for CB2 issues at times because sometimes it's more effective than actual THC. But when you're dealing with a pharmacist, he's coming from a pharmacology mindset. He's not coming from a herbal mindset. He's not thinking of the endocannabinoid system and how it connects and plays a part in your biological engineering. So that's a major issue that we're dealing with in Louisiana. We're still under the control of big pharma in a certain type of way. Also, if your pharmacist or the doctor feels that your condition is not severe enough, he can deny you. He can write it 1 month. The next month, he can say, you know what? I feel like you shouldn't be dealing with that anymore, or feeling this way, or I don't feel that it's valid, and I'm not writing you a script. That can happen. So that's something to really look out for, and that's something that we really need to address in Louisiana because that's dangerous. You could not have a fibromyalgia flare up 1 month, but you may still want to keep your medication close and nearby because it can happen at any time. And he could say, you know what, let's wait till it happens. And that's purely up to him, which is horrible. So I mean, that's just something that patients down here should not be dealing with. And those are the key things that we need to look into and lobby against changing. I mean, also, they don't have flour. They only have like vapes, but they're meter vapes that can only pull a certain amount. So you can't just use them at will. So it's very limited product that they're having at the dispensaries, and they're making sure that it's very minimal. One thing that me and a friend of mine was just talking about, Louisiana is still under that kind of war on drugs mentality a little bit. They're still like, hey, we don't want you guys having too much fun. You can go to the drive-through liquor store, but you can't get marijuana, which is ridiculous. So, I mean, we have to push for this change and be aware that these things are going on because we do have extended family that are having issues with getting treatment, and they're still being funneled back into that kind of big pharma industry, or it's still under the big pharma control. And that's not good, guys, because eventually they're going to say, hey, my THC isn't working. Well, we got some opioids for you. Or I can write you a script for opioids. They're still controlling how things are being sent out to the masses and to the public. And that's just not good. And then when you think of the CBD side, CBD is legal in all 50 states. CBD, you need no prescription. You need no doctor, no pharmacist. Nobody can tell you you're not in enough pain. And that's one thing that really pulled me into CBD. Even being from Detroit, Michigan, and being up there to see them rallying, going through and getting legalization, it's still options. And when I got to CBD, it's just more options for better living. Sometimes and when I'm talking about THC, I more now see the bigger picture that THC is going to be a weekend thing, but CBD is a day-to-day thing. And also it's something that helps me preserve my health for the future. And that's one thing that we need to pump. A lot of medical pharmacies or medical dispensaries in Louisiana are really doing 50-50 blends of CBD and offering CBD products under the banner of you have to have a prescription or a doctor's notice, and that is just not true. When we can give this to people and relieve their pain, their stress, their anxiety, their syndromes, without them going and jumping through burning hoops. I mean, that's just a major thing. Also, there's no purchase limit with CBD. Sometimes we can put a limit on it so everybody can partake, but in our store, you can purchase up to an ounce because you never know how much pain somebody's in. And I don't know if you're going home cooking with it, turning it into topicals, teas, tinctures, and we're not questioning you about it. We believe that all our customers have integrity and we trust them on it. It's just not, you don't want to make people feel dirty about using herbal medication or homeopathic ways. It's nothing wrong with it. And that's that old mindset that we're automatically trying to break, and we're trying to start anew. So I think CBD is a great opener for that, especially in the South. One other thing that is really, really huge to me is the diversity of CBD. CBD is so diverse, it is ridiculous. I mean, a lot of people think it is just oils. It is not. I mean, CBD is breaking so many barriers so fast, it's hard to keep up with. I mean, we have CBG, CBN, CBC, Delta 8. It is just ridiculous. And then when you have the combinations of these together, it is wild, and it's so critical that we have cannabinoid diversity within these stores, because every additional cannabinoid gives a different effect. CBC is great for nausea. I mean, just think of that. It's a cannabinoid that's great just for nausea. Things like that, where we can pinpoint and give direct relief in specific areas, is so important when you're helping with people's diagnoses and syndromes. It's just so needed. So the CBD side is just so much more diverse, and it offers so much more, from topicals, creams, foot creams, bath bombs, Keith, or I mean oils, I mean soft gels. It's just such a wide variety to help with so many different disorders and syndromes. It is ridiculous. Other than saying, hey, we're going to cap it at oil. And a lot of people know, going into this is a huge part also. Our medical marijuana program does not offer flower. There is no home growing portion of that program. And everybody, well, not everybody knows. I know, because I do this all the time and I'm weird. But if you're in this industry, you know that smoking is the most bioavailable way to get pain relief, or to ingest those cannabinoids and get the quickest relief, or the quickest way to feel it and actually have it go through your body and get to those endocannabinoid systems and go through and be utilized. For them not to have that is ridiculous. But on the CBD side, we actually have it. I mean, like, sitting right here with me now, I have Orange Zest and Limeade Fuel, two of my best friends. I mean, honestly, guys, in the combination of these two strains alone are ridiculous. Everybody, well, not everybody, I'm doing it again, but you need to know that the more cannabinoids you have, it helps with the entourage effect. And the entourage effect is when you get the maximum relief from having those combination of endocannabinoids entering your endocannabinoid system. So even in these two strains alone, we have CBC, a large amount of CBD, and also a combination of Delta 8. They're both Delta 8 moon rocks dipped and rolled in Delta 8 keef. So for people with stress, anxiety, pain, joint pain, muscle pain, this is a great combination. Straight out of God's garden. Ridiculous. So things like that. And I mean, this is just something new this week alone. That's crazy. And that's the thing I try to explain to people in the CBD world. We have weekly barriers being broke. That is just unheard of. And I mean, this is going to be huge in the cannabinoid era. I mean, the cannabis era. This is a big thing that we're all overlooking, because we forget and we get blinded by the popularity of THC. So that's one thing that I really been wanting to kind of get at and put on this podcast, is to let people know there is an option. You don't have to be cornered in by big pharma and the medical marijuana current regulations of Louisiana. There are options. So I think it's all up to you guys. Like I say, we are here to hear the customer, and we're here to adhere to you guys' needs. But there are options, and you need to look through all your options and make sure that it's beneficial to your health. That is the most important thing when dealing with issues, and you want to have more of a herbal effect to actually help heal yourself the natural way. So, guys, once again, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Once again, make sure to visit us for Flower Friday. Do not forget. We have Bossier coming open March 19th. It is 2951 East Texas in Bossier, Louisiana. So we'll be open 10 to 7. Monday through Saturday, and soon coming Sunday. So make sure to stop in. Remember, bring a friend, tell a friend, message a friend, come up there and make a friend. We just need all the friends to come and enjoy Bossier and get the experience, guys, because we're super excited. We've been working crazy hard, and we can't wait to see you guys. So make sure to tap in again. Come see us. Remember, check out the Orange Zest and Limeade Fuel. It is awesome. I mean, I love it. So, guys, don't forget about us. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next show. Peace.
Hi, it's the Pain Clinic. You missed your appointment for back pain. Should we reschedule?
No need to. I went to Kush Vibez, and I'm doing great.
Your appointment for joint pain. Can we reschedule?
No thanks. I found Kush Vibez.
Your appointment for inflammation. Would you like to reschedule?
No, thank you. I found a place called...
Let me guess. Kush Vibez?
That's it. Yeah, great place.
That's what I keep hearing.
Kush Vibez in Ruston.